Feel free to join us in this channel. Kindly welcome. I'm waiting for members to join Gashi's Command TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. We are live, guys. Join us and feel free to comment. Comment, ladies and gentlemen. We have the comment section where you can comment. We have the notification bell whereby our members, our viewers, our fans can leave a comment, but the bell will help you to get a notification anytime we upload a video. Ladies and gentlemen, karibu. I can see you have started joining us. We are 4 already. Kindly, our viewers, feel free to join us. And today we are going to discuss a number of issues. We are also going to look at many things. And by the way, we had promised our fans that if you have anything that you are selling, ladies and gentlemen, if you have something that you are selling, you can write in the comment section and maybe you can indicate your location. A number of our fans are selling others' properties, others' houses, others' cows, others' dogs, whatever you are selling, ladies and gentlemen, right there. I'm selling a cow. I'm located in this place. I'm selling a plot worth this much size, and so on and so forth. So feel free to market yourself with this channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is free. So if you're joining us, please like our video, like this channel, comment, and feel free. We are still waiting for our members to join. Already we are 15. I'm waiting to fike aga hamsini. We are going to kick off. Feel free, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very, very happy this evening to be together, and because here we can be able to interact on one. Guys, comment in the comment section so that others can see. I can see you are liking our videos. I can see guys, you are registering. Register by even commenting. Tell us where you're watching this video from, because here we discuss issues concerning politics, concerning our economy, concerning our lives, concerning our leaders. Where they fail, they tell them that they have failed. Again, we can see, for instance, Atideke, welcome, feel free. Maybe I like the way you have been supporting this channel. For this class, asante sana. The others who are joining, kindly like this video, comment. And I'm asking our members that there are those of us who are selling properties. A number of our fans had been asking me to go live and maybe allow them to write in the comment section whatever they are selling. You can write. I remember Florence, today we talked and you had a plot that you are selling. You can write in the comment section. Tell us where you are. Tell us the size of your plot. Maybe you can get somebody. This channel has members all over the world. We have members. Most of our members are in Kenya, from all countries. Others in the diaspora from United States, United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, Sweden, all over the world, including China, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. And it is very, very important when we are here together. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who are joining us, karibu, like our video, comment in the comment section, let us interact. And I can see there is Bodimi in US, welcome. And feel free to comment, feel free to maybe contribute in the comment section. Remember to like our video. And maybe if you have something that you are selling, just like a number of our fans, you can write in the comment section. And those who are buying, maybe you can link up with them, because this is your channel. This is our channel. This is where we meet. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to discuss a number of issues. One, we know that our country is being hit hard by the floods. Unajua kule Mombasa, watu wanalia, majumba yanaporomoka. Tumeona hata watu wawili wameshakufa maji. They have been drowned, they have died. Some people have been told to move to higher grounds. Tumeona Red Cross issuing an advisory asking people to move to higher grounds. And we had seen so many people crying. Lucy, feel free to interact with us. We have seen people crying. I don't know where you are, whether you are affected by the floods. Because here in Kiambu, it has been raining cats and dogs. In fact, ni dakika hizi ambapo hakunyeshi. Mvua imenyesha, mvua ya vuli, mvua ambayo tumekaa muda mwingi bila kuiona. Feel free. Martinez, today I look at the next year school fees for my kid. It was like staring at an onion. I am sorry for that, Martinez JT. Ni wengi ambao tumekutwa na hali hii. And what is happening in this country, we have not seen the government moving to assist the people, especially in Mombasa. Kule Mombasa tumeona watu wakilia sana, tumeona watu wakizobwa na maji, wengine tumeona wakiwa katika paa za nyumba, wengine wakikwea juu ya miti, wengine wakichukua fursa hii, taking advantage. Martin, karibu, welcome Martin, thank you for joining us. Wengi tunaona kwamba wanapanda hata juu ya miti kwa sababu hawana namna, hawajui mahali pa kwenda. And I'm going here to blame William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto interfered with the weathermen. He told Kenyans that God had heard the cry of Kenyans, na sasa ati Mungu ni nani, mvua sijui sasa imekoma, tutakuwa na mvua. And this was actually disturbing. When I heard him saying this, I asked myself many questions. Why would the president try to contradict the weather experts? Because you see, when you look at William Samoei Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. And before he talks, I think it is always very, very important to listen to the experts. One thing I liked about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta would not pronounce anything, would not come out and talk about anything without consulting the experts. Remember the time of COVID, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta would consult doctors. He would consult doctors and even the National Advisory Committee and the Security Committee, and then they would come up and tell the people what they have agreed. So it was a collective agreement. But when you look at William Samoei Ruto, Martinez, when you look at and others who are here, when you look at William Samoei Ruto just come out from the blue, anatoka anaanza kuongea bila kujali kile ambacho anasema, and finally analeta mambo mengi sana ambayo yanaathiri yale mambo ambayo tunafikiri yanafaa kuwa hayafai kuzungumziwa. It's getting hot, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why. So, ladies and gentlemen, the president failed the nation. Samuel, karibu. The president failed the nation because he interfered with the meteorological department. They had told us there will be El Nino. And this is what we are experiencing, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see now the fruits of bad leadership. Najua mti hujulikana matunda yake. When you have the president telling the world that we are not going to have El Nino rains, and then sasa tunaona maelfu kwa maelfu wakiwa wameathirika. So many families. In fact, I have received calls today, several calls. I think were there three calls from people, distress calls, telling us that if we had numbers for Red Cross tuwatumie, wengine wakiuliza vile ambavyo wangeweza kusaidika. And this is happening when we have a government in place. This is happening when we have choppers. The funny thing is that these choppers are used to ferry political leaders. Zinatumika kusaidia viongozi wetu, wanasiasa. But sasa when the hustlers are in distress, when the hustlers are crying, when the hustlers sasa, unajua sasa they are being affected. Where are the choppers? Ambazo tumeona serikali ikitumia, choppers ambazo tumeona sasa serikali ikitumia na kutoka mahali pamoja hadi pengine. So where are they? Where are they? That is the question that we are asking. Where is the government when the people are crying? Where is the county governments? Where is the money that was set aside for El Nino? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, nakumbuka vizuri wakati Anne Waiguru alituambia kwamba the county governments had secured and had mobilized, I think, 42 billion. And we're asking ourselves, where is the money? Where is the money? Because I think this money is enough to actually help our people who are suffering. Sijui whether they are members in this channel, whether they are fans here who have been affected by the floods. Where we are, we have not been affected by the floods, but it is raining. It has been raining and raining and raining. And Kenya is like a house where the father has run away. Thank you, JT. That's a very good comment. And I can imagine the father running away. Who will be left? Who is going to take care of the children? Who is going to take care of the family? So let the father come back. JT, thank you for that comment. G anasema Ruto anajua kila kitu hata ya kesho. Ni kweli, it's true. Because if you ask me, you realize that he is a consumer of intelligence. If there's one person who gets intelligence information, it is William Samoei Ruto. And I think he knows everything. Hata ya kesho anajua yale ambayo inaweza kutokea. God's favor, mikora inatafuna hiyo pesa like no one's business. Wakenya hawana government. Hii ni ya Boko Haram tu. Unajua viongozi wetu kile ambacho walifanya. I think we actually elected hyenas in office. They are like hyenas in office because they are eating everything. Hakuna kitu ambacho wanabakisha. Kwa hivyo they tell us there will be El Nino, and then the same government comes and tell us that there will be no El Nino. Na tuliona hata Nairobi, did we see nini motorboats zikinunuliwa? Hatukuona nini what look like dhows, canoes. Tuliona Sakaja akinunua. Sasa unajiuliza pesa hizi zilienda wapi? Or were they just trying to mobilize funds for their pockets? So the government is failing us, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know those of us who are in diaspora. I don't know whether you are experiencing this. I don't know whether you're experiencing floods. I don't know whether you're experiencing El Nino, because in Kenya, we are hard hit, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of us who can be able to assist, kindly assist where you can. Assist, ladies and gentlemen. Because I remember somebody was telling me it's an IDP. Sasa, it is like from the frying pan into the fire. Walifukuzwa kutoka Rift Valley 2007 and up to date, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine, there are some IDPs in Kenya. Internally displaced person. Since 2007, when Raila Amolo Odinga won the elections, but Kibaki was declared the president at night. You remember that time? And when we had a coalition government. Felix Stars at Deki anasema, okay, Martin, just a minute. Okay, you can actually interact, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, just for those who are joining us, because you can see we are just, the number is growing. We said in the comment section, we are giving chance to our fans. If you are selling something, you can let us know. Like now, there is Florence who had called asking whether she can be allowed to write or maybe market something, a plot that he's selling. Maybe she was looking for a buyer. You can write in the comment section. You can get customers here from our fans from all over the world. You can get, we can link, and maybe as long as whatever you are selling is something that is genuine. But it is always important to carry the due diligence. So that is the flood. The other issue I want us to discuss, ladies and gentlemen, is this issue of Raida's dossier, oil dossier, the government to government oil dossier, which many people are now calling the gangster to gangster oil dossier, oil whatever you may call it, whereby the government and William Samoei Ruto came into the open, told the world, told Kenyans that they had a deal and we are going to buy fuel using Kenyan shillings because the dollar was becoming very scarce. And he was telling us that every month Kenya had to mobilize 500 billion to buy, is it 50 billion, 500 billion? Yeah, 500 billion to pay for fuel, to pay for oil. And he was very happy. He also promised the world that the dollar was going to come down in a phenomenal way. He said it was going to go all the way down to 120. Who knows? 115, all the way to 150. That is what he said. I'm just trying to quote him. But Raila told Kenyans that what we have is just the cartels. Is whereby unapata these cartels who are in government, what they did, they went and had a deal with some companies, and sasa kile ambacho walifanya wakatupilia bali the open tenders, the open tendering ile ambayo ilikuwa pale. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho walifanya ni kwamba wakakubaliana for every liter of petrol, for every liter of oil watakuwa wakiweka ndani ya mifuko yao ambayo haiwezi kajaa chochote, haiwezi kajaa kwa sababu ina mashimo. For every liter the cartels would get Kenya shilling 30. So you can imagine if you if you fuel your car, utumie Kenya shilling say 2,000. Out of 2,000, for every liter of the 2,000, 30 shilling goes to the cartel. And don't forget the taxes in Kenya. Out of the liter of petrol, for every liter of petrol, the government is now taking 80 bob. Sasa ongeza 80 plus 30. So 110 is something that is shocking in my view. Kwa sababu ukiangalia tuseme kwa mfano, we are buying petrol at Kenya shilling 217. So if you subtract something like again 117, you see without tax oil inafaa kuuzwa Kenya shilling 100 without tax, without everything. Lakini sasa tuseme with all considerations, we know the expenses that goes the transport, that will go with many things including stocking. Kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba the government would be comfortable with Kenya shilling 50 bob. If you ask me, 50 bob is enough. So petrol is supposed to be retailing at something like 150, at most 150. Kwa hizo pesa zingine unaona kwamba serikali inawaibia wa Kenya, and Raila is asking hard questions because William Samoei Ruto promised Kenyans that the dollar was going to come down in a very phenomenal way. What we have witnessed is contrary, kwa sababu tumeona kila siku the dollar, the Kenyan shilling is getting a beating. Every day the Kenyan shilling is losing. Kila siku ni kupoteza, tunapoteza. Today the exchange rate, the dollar is exchanging at Kenya shilling 153. If you go to the bank, it is 153. And this is shocking because when William Samoei Ruto was taking over the government, he was telling us that hii mambo ya mafuta, ati William Samoei Ruto alikuwa anasema kwamba ati Uhuru asitudanganye, asituambia kwamba hii mambo ya Ukraine, sijui war in Russia, it is not affecting the oil in any way. It is bad business, bad practice, what. Today, the cartels are right on his doorstep. They are there. And he has not been able to contain them. And again, today again, we saw serikali, the government came and told Kenyans that Raila anatupatia dozia is trying to criticize the government because his companies were denied ati biashara ya za mafuta. Who cares whether it was denied or not? As long as we were buying oil, we are buying fuel at Kenya shilling 140 when William Samoei Ruto took over the government. Hata kama ni Raila alikuwa anatuuzia, then the Raila is better. If you ask me, then you ask me, if you ask me, Raila is the best economist. If he could be able to sell oil at Kenya shilling, fuel at Kenya shilling 140, sasa unakuja unakutuambia kwamba ati umepatia watu wengine kazi kadarasi ndio tunue mafuta 217. Does it make any logic? It doesn't make any logic, ladies and gentlemen. Kwa hivyo hii mambo ya kutuambia kwamba ati Raila ati anakasirika kwa sababu alinyimwa kazi wakati ambapo alikuwa anapewa, kama alikuwa anapewa kama anavyosema ati through the hardship government. Kwa nini tuulize jameni? Kwa nini tulikuwa tunanunua mafuta na 140? So let the government show us the memorandum of understanding, as Raila said, and let the government prove him wrong, point by point. They show that what Raila is saying is not the correct thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who are joining us, feel free to comment. And I like the way you are joining us. Naona some of us are writing very good comments. I like them. At what? If at all 10 years is approved, then we shall be left a tattered country, viraka. What we are having, by the way, we have lost this country. Because if you ask anybody, even foreigners, they will tell you that we have lost this government. Another issue, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to discuss. Today, Isaac Mwaura, the government spokesman, whose office is in State House, he asked Kenyans that William Samoei Ruto needs to be given 2 more years to put the economy where it is supposed to be. 2 more years. Can you imagine? This is the same president who told Kenyans, nikiweka Biblia chini, bei ya mafuta inashuka hapo hapo. Nikiweka Biblia chini, bei ya stima itashuka hapo hapo. Nikiweka Biblia chini, bei ya unga ingeshuka hapo hapo. Sasa, are you telling me that bado hajaweka Biblia chini? Are you telling us Isaac Mwaura, who is a politician, who was actually, by the way, let me say something about Isaac Mwaura. I want to show you how Raila has been betrayed by these guys and the way Raila has helped many people. Isaac Mwaura is a Kikuyu. Truth be told, Isaac Mwaura was nominated to represent special group interests. I don't know, yeah, something like that, by Raila Amolo Odinga. Without Raila Amolo Odinga, this guy, hakuna mtu ambaye angemjua. But today, he is one of the greatest critics of Raila Amolo Odinga. He betrayed him. He betrayed him. And today, if you ask Isaac Mwaura, I think he has no kind words for Raila Amolo Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Mwaura, back to the main point, is asking Kenyans that William Samoei Ruto need to be given 2 more years to put the house into order. Samuel Wachugwe, I have resigned to the fact that the constitution will be altered to give Ruto a life presidency. I think if this happens, if he dares to do this, I think he put the nation in a very, very dangerous situation. I think Kenyans will not allow, there's a dog that is barking, fierce dog around. Najua, sometimes they have to keep on barking because kuna wakati mwingine najua lazima mtu ajilinde. So what we are saying here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the government is asking for 2 more years. Ati God's favor, vile alisema akiweka Biblia chini, alikuwa anamaanisha atatufinya hadi tutii, na ni ukweli anafinya na tunazidi kufeel uchungu. We are finished, but how? Ni kweli tumemalizwa, by the way, tumemalizwa. Namwambia if William Samoei Ruto is going to continue the way he is doing, and there's one thing that I'm asking myself, is William Samoei Ruto really interested in his second term? Kwa sababu ukiangalia vizuri sana, for those of you who are joining us, feel free to comment and remember to like this video. The one thing that we are asking ourselves, anybody, I think you're also asking yourself this question, is William Samoei Ruto really interested in the second term? Je, huyu mtu anataka kuchaguliwa kweli second term? Kwa sababu ukitazama vizuri sana, whatever decisions he's making, he's making very unpopular decisions. Yani ni kunyoga tu, anachukua hatua za kunyoga. Kwa hivyo ile bottom up ambayo alikuwa anamaanisha ni kuinamisha kabisa. And I think Musalia Mudavadi one time showed us what William Samoei Ruto meant. Wakati alichukua chupa akainamisha chini hivi, I think for sure that is what William Samoei Ruto meant. Kwa sababu nchi imeinamishwa hivi, imeinamishwa kwa sababu hakuna kitu ambacho kinaenda vile ambavyo kinafaa kuwa kinaenda. Go to university, the students are crying, wanalilia help, pesa za help, bado wengine hawajapata. And by the way, they are just about to end the semester. They are just about to end the first semester, na waliambiwa kwamba wangepata pesa kulingana na mahitaji yao, but they have not received anything. So when you look at William Samoei Ruto, Isaac Mwaura, 2 years after you are in office for about 1.5 years now. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Ruto has just 3 years in office, 3 more years in office, kwa sababu by the time we will be in 2026, it will be a full campaign trail. So he doesn't have much time in office, and that is why when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga anajua kwamba William Samoei Ruto is making so many mistakes na ataendelea kufanya many mistakes, but the funny thing with William Samoei Ruto ni kwamba he is not accepting the mistakes. Na sasa when you look at it, when Isaac Mwaura is sent by the government to tell Kenyans that William Samoei Ruto needs 2 more years to put the economy where it's supposed to be, I think he is failing the nation. I think they are not telling us the truth. Something else, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to discuss. I think yesterday, IMF, the International Monetary Fund, lakini mimi huita International Monetary Fund, approved 142 billion a loan facility. Sijui mimi itatumika namna gani, but 142 billion is a lot of money, and this is the government that was telling us that it is not going to borrow. Walituambia hivyo kwamba we are not going to borrow anything. Sijui nini, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alikuwa na kopa, sisi hatutakopa. But when you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, you realize that the appetite for money for this government is on another level. But there's one thing that we are asking ourselves. Ukiangalia zile pesa ambazo wanakopa, zinatumika katika miradi gani? I was listening to the control of budget, and the control of budget was telling Kenyans that even after the government has borrowed a lot of money, they cannot be able to tell Kenyans any one project that the money has been used to finish any project. There's no one project. Hata kiosk hakuna. Show me any kiosk. Show me any toilet that has been constructed by this government. Show me anything. Show me anything. Hakuna kitu ambacho wamefanya. They have been in office. They have been borrowing. Again, I was reading the paper today, and something else was shocking that I read. It was shocking, the Business Daily, that the government is losing 3 billion daily as a result of inflation, as a result of Kenya shilling losing its value. So our loans are increasing every day with 3 billion. That was shocking in my view. Alafu sasa William Samoei Ruto anakuja na watu wake wanatuambia kwamba that is the loans that we have is as a result of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Yet since he came into office, if you calculate 3 billion daily, you multiply by the number of days that he has been in office, utaona that our loans have actually increased because of poor or bad leadership. Something else, wale watu ambao wanakunywa pombe, wengi wamekataa kunywa pombe, wamekataa. So the taxes from beer is coming down, I think with that 3 billion per year. And this huge amount, if you ask me. You can see how the government is losing. You can see that the government cannot be able, or KRA cannot be able to hit the target. Hawataweza kutokana na vile ambavyo tunaona mambo yanaendelea. Again, look at the way the people are leaving the vehicles at home. Tazama vizuri sana. I told you, if you go to the roads, you realize, I told you the other day that the number of motorcycles, boda zimepunguka kabisa. I think they have reduced by more than 50% on our roads. Na nikakwambia, look at the boda shades, zile ambazo unaona pale ambapo our brothers huwa wanaegesha pikipiki zao, utaona kwamba wengi siku hizi hawapo because they don't have anything. Hakuna mafuta ya kuweka pale. Yeah, JT anasema beer drinking has reduced and it has affected the revenue collection, but I believe those beer drinkers have moved into the Chenga days where there's no taxing. By the way, the consumer will always have alternatives. For example, if kuna Mtu ambaye alikuwa anatumia fuel gas anaweza anaendea gari dogo dogo, wengine kama ulikuwa unatumia gari unaweza tembea au unaweza tumia daladala au matatu ma3 because a human being will always go for alternative. Usiniambie ufinya watu alafu utarajie ati watakaa pale wakigojea. In fact, it's like even a dog, if you corner a dog itafika mahali itakuuma. And if William Samoei to continue like this, I've always said one thing: people do not need Raila Amolo Odinga. People will not need Raila Amolo Odinga if he continues like this. Unajua watu wezi kuangalia, wanatazama ati watu wako pale Karen ni kuiba, wanaiba tu pesa za mafuta, ati they are living high rise estate Kibera, watu tuko pale tunaishi pale, wengine tunaishi Kiadutu, wengine Mathare, Dadora, na nyinyi mnaishi pale mnakula nyama kila siku, ati tunakufa njaa. I think a time will come when people do not need Raila Amolo Odinga. I've always told people like this, and it happened in other countries. And the best thing for William Samoei Ruto is to fix the economy. The best thing for William Samoei Ruto is to control corruption, is to contain corruption. Hii mambo ya watu kama vile tunaona polisi, ati tunaona polisi on the road na register, wanatokea kama vile mgonjwa anapewa dawa asubuhi saa 7 na jioni. They come out in register and they don't care. They don't care. They receive money in presence of the taxpayers, wakitazama tu hivi. And William Samoei Ruto is there and he's not doing anything. Anaendelea tu pale na wagoja tu pale, wanaendelea kuchukua pesa, wanarudi in the station and nobody cares about this. Mafuta ndio haya nazidi kupanda. Sasa mafuta yakifika shilingi 300 like Davis Churchill was telling Kenyans, what do you think would have happened to this country? Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, what do you think could have happened to this country? Ati watu wanangojea uongeze. Sasa if you look at the cost of electricity, shilingi 1000, which is also very scarce, inanunua I think that units. And many people cannot even afford this 1000 shilling. They cannot afford. Yet you are in leadership, mnatukuja kutuchekelea pale. You are now vomiting on our shoes. You don't care. Yet when you are campaigning, you promise so many things. If we were to enumerate what you promised Kenyans here, I think you'd actually see that Kenya Kwanza, ambayo siku hizi inaitwa Pora Kwanza, Kenya Pora Kwanza au Pora Kenya Kwanza, kwa sababu ni kupora tu na Pora Kenya Kwanza. Pora Kenya Kwanza iliahidi watu wengi mambo mengi. Let me just remind you just a few. Kina mama waliambiwa ya kwamba mama akishajifungua they could get diapers for 3 months. 3 months diapers. Niambie ni wakina mama wagapi ambao unajua wamepewa? Ni akina mama wagapi? Because I believe if William Samoei Ruto was serious, he could send people in the maternity wards. Mama wote kila siku ambao wako pale unahesabu anapewa kama diapers gapi. We could see at least the effort. Again, katoka hapo akaambia women, I want first of all to deal with women. They were told half of his cabinet would be women. I'll make sure half of my cabinet shall be women. How many women CS are there in his William Samoei Ruto's cabinet? He has not been able even to implement the 2/3 gender rule. It is giving him nightmare. Akatoka huko Kaenda kwa bodaboda na mama boga wakaambia tutaunda serikali na nyinyi. Show me in the cabinet. Unaona mama boga wagapi pale kwa bodaboda kwa cabinet ya William Samoei Ruto? How many? Tell me. Ama wale ambao tunaona pale kama Ali Sohome ndio walikuwa wanamaanisha ni mama boga. Ndio mama boga. Ama CS wa nini wa health ndio mama boga. Ama mama boga walikuwa nani hapa? Vile vile akasema wageuda serikali na watu wa mikokoteni. Siku hizi mnasikia William Samoei Ruto talking about mama boga. He rarely mentioned that name. He doesn't mention even the word hustle. Akaahidi watu wengi. Watu wa bodaboda wakaahidiwa just the other day that come September we shall have electric motorbikes all over. Bodaboda shall be electric bodabodas. Ziko wapi jameni? Show me ni wangapi ambao wameletewa na serikali? Because he said that they were going to be exchanged. Sijui unapeleka yako unapewa nini? I just want to show you the many promises, because it's good to remind somebody what you said and what you are seeing. Maybe our viewers feel free to comment. For those of you who are joining this channel, this is Kashi's Kaman TV, the tourist man in Black Africa. We are just trying to remind Kenyans the number of promises, the many promises that were promised by William Samoei Ruto to Kenyans, and you can see he has not achieved much. Maybe you can write in the comment section something else that you can remember that was promised to Kenyans, because it is funny. Pia kumbukeni ile gasi ya 300, and then nakumbuka ati akabadilisha sasa msimamo akasema ati ni mtungi ati ni mtungi. Alisema hata hiyo mtungi ya 500 uko wapi jameni? Show me, for those of us or those of you who are selling gas. Kuna mahali ambapo kuna gas ya 500 mnauza? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are joining us here, you can write what you are selling in the comment section. Write what you are selling in the comment section, and maybe you can get a buyer here. And feel free to write. Don't feel shy. Some members have been asking to allow them to write in the comment section when we are live what they are selling. Maybe you can get a number. Martinez, yeah, he promised free internet. Yeah, ati mtakuwa mkipiga simu. Ati kupiga simu itakuwa ni bure. Hautakuwa mkihitaji bundles. Sasa ni wangapi ambao mko na free internet? Tell me, how many of us have free internet? We are buying bundles. It is very expensive, by the way. Very, very expensive. Even this channel, to be on air, to remain on air, you have to spend a lot of money. To upload videos every day, it will require a lot of bundles. So this man, the President of the Republic of Kenya, he promised so many things. And these things, today I think there were so many videos, as Atideke is telling us, there were so many videos that were circulating about the many promises. Jacob Hasora atawale, aendelee kutawala tu, atawale, mliambiwa dynasty baya. Dynasty baya, Hasora atawale. Remember maneno ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Ada Forris told Kenyans that if there are two leaders who means well for this country, in fact, number one person who means well for this country, Jacob, he said dollar will go down to Kenya shilingi 123. In fact, alisema 115. Alisema inaweza kwenda to 115. Today it is 153. And it is, by the way, inasemekana inaweza kwenda up to 200. I don't know if serikali itakuwaje, because it will mean everything will go up. It means ile wheelbarrow ambayo ilikuwa inatumia pale tutakuwa tukitumia kwenda kunulia mkate wa boflo. Yes, a friend of mine was telling me that this government could be cornered until it start using people's savings in the banks. Unaenda pale ulikuwa umeacha shilingi 10,000 if you check the balance the following day, unapata serikali imechukua half of the money, and you are told it is your responsibility to keep the government running. I think something else. Why are we worrying? And the World Cup will be held in Kamarini Stadium in West Pokot. Wakuja tu, tutacheza tu World Cup, wacha tu wakuja tutacheza. And it is very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Those promises were many. And if Azimio put a spirited effort, is going to send this government home very, very early in the morning. Maura ameoza akili. That's Joshi Ibukwa. Najua Maura, I have told you, he was brought to the limelight by Raila Amolo Odinga. He was nominated by Raila Amolo Odinga. Akikuyu nominated by Raila Amolo Odinga. Alafu unakuja kutuambia ati you cannot elect Raila Amolo Odinga. You cannot vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. Na there are some, by the way, I know so many Kikuyus ambao wamewahi kusaidiwa na Raila Amolo Odinga. I know there was a mayor in Thika, alikuwa naitwa, is it Mobi? If you want to know the heart of Raila Amolo Odinga, ask that lady. And I think she works in ODM headquarters, whether in the Capitol Hill, I don't know where she works, but she's in Raila Amolo Odinga's office and one of the strategists. Na ukitazama vizuri sana, there is also this issue of majority leader, Kimani Ichung'wah. Kimani Ichung'wah came out very strongly yesterday to defend the government about government to government oil, ambayo siku hizi nasema watu wanaita gangster to gangster oil deals. And it was shocking because the majority leader is supposed to be offering oversight to the executive. But you see, because parliament has been captured, these are the guys who are now defending the executive. These are the guys who should be pointing out the mistakes and calling the executive to order. It has never happened elsewhere. Kwa sababu Jasigoti kama navyosema, bro, this mess is due to kumira from the mountain. And methinks Nabii Zakayo is here for Kumi Fresh. Really? I think one thing I know, I've been talking to people from the mountain. But if the servers are opened, there's something that is going to shock Kenyans. One, the people of Nyandarua voted to Raila Amolo Odinga to a man. I tell you the truth. The people of Nyandarua voted for Raila Amolo Odinga to a man. The people of Kirinyaga voted to Raila Amolo Odinga to a man. And that is why, even today, IBC has never published the results. That is a fact. The results have never been published. And how I wish that the servers would be open. And I'm saying this because what I know, if you want to know people who voted for William Samoei Ruto, they are still standing with him even today. If you go to Rift Valley, these people are still voting, they are still standing with Raila Amolo Odinga. But come to the Kikuyu Nation. And I'm giving you examples of Nyandarua. Go to Nyandarua. I've been there so many times interacting with people, Nyahururu, Olokalao, Kinangop, and these people are asking one question. A majority of them, when you hear them talking, they confess that they never voted for William Samoei Ruto. So Raila was rigged out, ladies and gentlemen. So somebody is saying, Jasigoti is saying, I see a huge problem in 2027 when Ruto is defeated and he will try to steal the vote, but we shall come out in large numbers and vote him out. I think that's what should happen. And I think 2027, atajaribu kuiba ashidwe. I think nothing will make him steal the votes. It will not be possible to steal the votes. It will not be possible, let me tell you. Once beaten, twice shy. What happened is that ukiangalia Kenya Kwanza, utaona kuna watu ambao hawezi wakafutwa kazi. There are some cabinets who cannot be shown the door by William Samoei Ruto. Hata wafanye nini? Because they hold so much secret of how rigging took place. They know. And kuwafuta kazi ni kutoboa siri. Kuwafuta kazi ni kujiribikizia makaa, ni kujiletea matatizo. So they are going to remain in government. Whatever mess they are going to do, and they are the people who are causing a lot of mess in this government. Because William Samoei Ruto hawezi kuwafanyia chochote. Jacob, but let's come out in large numbers like in Zambians did and kick out president who was exactly like Ruto. Lucy Martinez, that would be good. But Kenyans are easily swayed. By the way, the last minutes in Kenya counts a lot. Hizi dakika za mwisho mwisho zina chukua muda mrefu. They change people a lot. And again, there's this issue of hii mambo ya nini, this issue of money. Watu wanapenda pesa sana. But Skyman, he has instrument of power. The man will force nusu mkate Kibaki style. Nabi is not pushover. But Kenyans are equally strong. Kenyans are very much determined. Do you think Kenyans, my friend Jasigoti, do you think Kenyans can actually accept again kuendelea ati wanajua ya kwamba ameshindwa vizuri sana, wanajua ameshindwa? Do you think even Azimio will accept kuibua kura tena? Do you think? I don't think so. I don't think so. We have learned the lesson. Jacob say yes, Kenyans forget history. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those who are joining us. By the way, thank you very much for those who are liking our video, those who are commenting. I'm really very humbled. Jacob, give it super chat. I like that. I'm very, very humbled. And by the way, I'm saying those guys who are selling something, you can write in the comment section. You can let us know what you are selling. You can also reach out to many customers here, because I'm telling you, this channel has fans all over the world. This channel is watched all over the world, na tuna watu wengi ambao huwa wanatutazama, tuna watu wengi huwa wanatufuatilia. So anytime you feel that there's something that you want to write or comment, you can always write, because we have fans. Majority of them are in Kenya from all counties: Mombasa, Kisumu, Nairobi, Mount Kenya. Then we have others in the diaspora, USA, you have Canada, we have UK, Ireland, Germany, all over. And I like the way you are actually supporting this channel. I am Lucy Skyman. After what happened last year, I have reservation about Kenyans. Why? What I can say, Lucy, what I can say about Kenyans. Kenyans are very good people, and they are resilient people. And by the way, if you have never known, Kenyans are not as tribal as you may think. They are not as tribal as you may think. Because if you ask me, like me, in fact, like me, I don't even remember that I'm a Kikuyu. I don't. Because right from school, majority of my friends are not even Kikuyus. Yes. And even from the neighborhood. And who cares? It's because I've always said that in this country, there are only two tribes. There are only two tribes. Maskini na matajiri. So, majority of people, for like now, vile ambavyo tunaangalia, if you look at the price of petrol, the price of petrol in Kiambu is 217. The price of petrol in Turkana, I think 220, something like that, I'm not sure. But what I'm trying to say is that whatever happens to us, whatever happens to this country, happens to everybody. Sio hakuna mtu ambaye anaangalia. Huwezi ati unaenda bank, like now if you go to KCB, ati kwa sababu wewe ulivotia nani, kwa sababu you voted for William Samoei Ruto, ati you are going to get ati a loan interest rate, ati ni tuseme like now interest rate unapewa ya tuseme 10%, where others are getting at 15%. Doesn't work that way. So that is why we should vote for good people. That's why we should vote for people who means well for this country. That's why we should, because ukienda hospitalini jameni, I've always asked my friends, those who take tribal angles, I ask them, If you go to Kenyatta National Hospital, where we have all the best doctors, do you ask the ethnicity of these people? Do you ask the background? Ati ametoka wapi, anaongea lugha gani? Because that is the way we are supposed to treat each other. Lakini ubaya wetu pale tupo, pale tunafika, tunaangalia watu ati sijui nini, ametoka wapi, sijui huyu ni Wajakoya, huyu ni Raila Amolo Odinga, huyu ni nini, and this has been our undoing. I think we should be like Tanzanians when it comes to the issue, the way we look at our country and the way we look at each other. For those of you who have been Tanzania, na wale ambao wametoka Tanzania hapa, we have some few people from Tanzania, like Mwangi, who works in Tanzania. You agree with me? Tanzania has many tribes than Kenya. Chaga, Yao, Nyamwezi, Sukuma, nini. But wakizungumza hata uwezi ukajua mtu ametoka wapi. Uwezi ukajua kama ni Mnyamwezi, ni Muyao, ni Msukuma. They don't. We are least about that. And user 112, Jacob, that's the saddest part. User number 112, again, I feel like you won't get to 27. Why? Explain to us, user 112. Jacob, Tanzania hakuna eti wewe ni kabila gani. It is true. They don't. Jacob is saying, Kenya is almost like Nigeria situation. Yeah. But when you look at them, they talk about the GE, the Igbos, the GE, the what. We are hopelessly divided. And this is something that has been affecting this nation for quite some time. Na ndio sababu ukitazama, unaona ya kwamba hata wakati ambapo ungefaidika. Like now, for example, I've told Kenyans that if Raila Amolo Odinga became the president of this country would have changed for good and for better. Hii elimu ambayo unaona ikitatiza watoto wa vyuo vikuu, hii elimu ambayo unaona ikitatiza wanafunzi wa sekondari, it would be totally free. Today, the government of William Samoei Ruto is not even able to supply textbooks in secondary schools and I think in primary schools. Sijui kama walianza kupeleka kwa sababu Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was supplying textbook in primary and secondary schools and it was one book per student per subject. Today, I see students buying books, set books, what. And this happened because we did not heed what you are told by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Sasa, hata wewe ukiangalia, Martha Karua na Raila Amolo Odinga, unafikiri wangeweza kushindwa na nchi? Unafikiri kuna askari angekuwa anachukua pesa barabara vile wanachukua? Martha Karua akiwa pale as the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Do you think the judges wangekuwa wanaiba pesa, wanahogwa vile ambavyo tunajua wanahogwa? Huo ni ukweli wa mambo. Martha Karua akiwa pale, Raila Amolo Odinga akiwa pale, unafikiri hii nchi ingepata wafadhili wangapi ambao wangekuja hata pale ambapo tunakwamuliwa? Because Raila Amolo Odinga, his diplomatic credentials, his connections, his PR, unafikiri tungekuwa wapi? Na sasa tungezika ukabila kabisa. We could start looking at this country as nationalist. Because you see, sasa hii mambo ambayo tunaona siku hizi, mengi hatungekuwa tunayaona. But what we can say is that kuna mengi ambayo yangeweza kufanyika. Because a number of guys were asking me, and they have been asking me, sasa wewe, unafikiri kama Raila angechukua serikali, mafuta angekuwa inanunuliwa nini? What I know is that hii mambo ya wizi, hii mambo ya cartels ya mafuta ingekuwa kama ni Raila Amolo Odinga, to be told. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Jacob is saying, this is what Ruto will do. Come 2026, he might bring back subsidies, then Kenyans will be swayed. Yeah, Kenyans forget very easily. Lucy is saying, Jacob, very true. Jasigoti. Quick question for you, Skyman. Why is Raila and Karua pulling from different directions? Will Azimio stick together 2027? That's a good question. It is, in fact, I analyzed that issue yesterday, because when you look at Karua is like he's strengthening NAK Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga is like he's strengthening ODM. Wiper the same. But if you listen to Karua yesterday, if you listen to my video, in the final analysis, Karua assured Kenyans that NAK Kenya is still in Azimio. NAK Kenya is still in Azimio. One thing I know about Raila Amolo Odinga, now I noted that during the time of LDP, when they formed NAK with Kibaki, is that Raila has always been for strengthening affiliate parties. It's not that they are putting in the opposite directions, but the way they have been working together, it look like sio kama vile bao walianza. That one you cannot deny. And again, when you look at it, I think the issue of Kalonzo, because Kalonzo look like he's the first among equals. When I look at it, it looks like he's the first among equals, and this is likely to bring some issues here and there. But in the fullness of time, I know Raila and Karua, you cannot separate them easily. You cannot. And Karua cannot work with William Samoei Ruto. Cannot work with William Samoei Ruto. And when she was looking for partners in 2021, 2022, she said she had no difficulties working with Raila Amolo Odinga. But akiangalia upande wa William Samoei Ruto, they cannot work. So I think there is no way that Raila and Kalonzo and Mother Karua are going to separate, but they are going to strengthen their parties. And when you look at it, it's like they have agreed, and Raila alluded to the same. They have agreed. So that's a good question, Jasagoti. But I can assure you that Azimio is going to stand, is going to remain united. And hata wao wanajua kwamba wakicheza wanaweza chezewa haraka sana na William Samoei Ruto. Another question, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome for those who are joining. This is Gashi's Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Remember to like this video. Remember to support this channel. I'm very, very humbled for those who are supporting this channel. I don't take it for granted. And by the way, we are going to be having live shows quite often because many people want us to interact, which is very good. And we are going to end this show in the next 2 minutes. It is 8:58. I'm very, very humbled for the way you have joined this channel in large numbers. But then you can become a channel member by joining this channel. If you want to be receiving notification anytime you upload a video, ladies and gentlemen, hit the bell and like this video. Feel free to comment. And thanks for watching. This is your host, Gashi Skyman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Till next time, bye-bye.